Extracting species profile. Triceratops, a horned and armored genus of herbivorous ceratopsid from the late Cretaceous period of North America. Extracting species profile. Ceratosaurus, a large predatory theropod dinosaur from the late Jurassic period. A horned biped, it moved on powerful hind legs while its arms were reduced in size. Extracting species profile. Ankylosaurus is a genus of armored dinosaur and is a member of the family Ankylosauridae from the late Cretaceous period. Extracting species profile. Stegosaurus is a genus of thyreophorian dinosaur. They were large, heavily built, herbivorous quadrupeds with a distinctive combination of broad, upright armor plates and a tail tipped with spikes. Extracting species profile. Brachiosaurus is a genus of large sauropod dinosaur. It weighed up to an estimated 56 metric tons. Extracting species profile. Chasmosaurus, a genus of ceratopsid dinosaur from the Upper Cretaceous period of North America. Its name means opening lizard, referring to the large openings in its frill. Extracting species profile. Gallimimus is a genus of ornithomimid theropod dinosaur from the late Cretaceous period. Its name is Latin for chicken mimic. Extracting species profile. Parasaurolophus is a genus of ornithopod dinosaur. It was part of a diverse family of herbivorous Cretaceous dinosaurs, known for their bizarre range of head adornments, thought to be used largely for vocalization. Extracting species profile. Edmontosaurus, a genus of hadrosaurid dinosaur found in North America. A herbivore, it likely moved in herds and was one of the last non-avian dinosaurs. Extracting species profile. Velociraptor is a genus of dromaeosaurid theropod dinosaur. It was a bipedal carnivore with a long tail and an enlarged sickle-shaped claw on each hind foot, which is thought to have been used to tackle and kill prey. Extracting species profile. Pachycephalosaurus, meaning thick-headed lizard, is a bipedal ornithischian dinosaur. The thick skull dome of this species has given rise to the hypothesis that they used their skulls during intraspecies combat. Extracting species profile.
Database error.
Although delicious in a curry or roast with mint jelly, this mammal can also be enjoyed raw, and is the principal source of protein for carnivores in the park.
Extracting species profile. Metriacanthosaurus, meaning moderately spined lizard, is a genus of Metriacanthosaurid dinosaur from the suborder Theropoda and first discovered in Oxford, England. Extracting species profile. Apatosaurus is a genus of large sauropod dinosaur that lived in North America during the late Jurassic period. To lighten its vertebrae, it had air sacs that made the bones internally full of holes. Extracting species profile. Syntausaurus is a genus of hadrosaurid dinosaur from China. Syntausaurus had a characteristic duck-bill snout, and like other hadrosaurs, probably lived in herds. Extracting species profile. Kentrosaurus is a genus of stegosaurian dinosaur from the late Jurassic period of Tanzania. It had a small, elongated head with a beak that it used to bite off plant material that it then digested in a large gut. Extracting species profile. Dilophosaurus, a genus of theropod dinosaur. It was one of the first larger predatory dinosaurs, though relatively small compared to some of the later theropods. It was around the size of a modern brown bear. Extracting species profile. Spinosaurus is a genus of large theropod dinosaur. Its distinctive sail was formed of long extensions of vertebrae, connected and covered by skin and possibly used for thermoregulation and display. Extracting species profile. Tyrannosaurus rex, a genus of Calaisauran theropod dinosaur. It was the last known member of the Tyrannosaurids, and among the last non-avian dinosaurs to exist before the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction. Extracting species profile. Corythosaurus, a genus of hadrosaurid. These creatures were known for their prominent skull crest, creating a resonant chamber, which was likely used in the propagation and amplification of vocalizations. Extracting species profile. The Nodosaurus is a genus of herbivorous ankylosaurian dinosaur from the late Cretaceous period. It had bony dermal plates covering the top of its body, and it may have had spikes along its sides as well. Extracting species profile. Sauropelta is a genus of nodosaurid dinosaur that existed in the early Cretaceous period of North America. Its name means lizard shield. It was covered in heavy bony armor with distinctive large spines projecting from its neck. Extracting hybrid profile. Indominus rex is a genetically modified hybrid created by InGen from the DNA of Tyrannosaurus, Velociraptor, and others. Extracting species profile. Allosaurus, a genus of large theropod dinosaur that lived during the late Jurassic period. It had a short neck and a narrow, elongated skull, which was disproportionately large. Extracting species profile. Baryonyx, a genus of theropod dinosaur which lived in the early Cretaceous period. Unlike most other theropods, its arms and claws were long and heavily built. Extracting species profile. Carnotaurus, a genus of large theropod dinosaur that lived in what is now South America during the late Cretaceous period. It was carnivorous and bipedal, and unlike other dinosaurs of the time, may have had binocular vision. Extracting species profile. Sinoceratops, a genus of ceratopsian dinosaur that lived during the latter part of the Cretaceous period. Sinoceratops is the first ceratopsid discovered in what is now China. Extracting species profile. Stygimoloch, a genus of pachycephalosaurid dinosaur from the end of the Cretaceous period. Its name refers to its bizarre head adornment and translates to river Styx demon. Extracting hybrid profile. Indoraptor, personally designed by InGen's Dr. Henry Wu. This hybrid has the intelligence of the velociraptor with enhanced strength, speed, tracking, and stealth abilities. Extracting hybrid profile. Ankylodocus, an InGen hybrid combining the defensive capabilities of the Ankylosaurus and the larger size of the Diplodocus. Extracting hybrid profile. Stegoceratops, an InGen hybrid combining the differing defensive capabilities of the Stegosaurus and the Triceratops. Extracting hybrid profile. Spinoraptor, an InGen hybrid combining the size, power, and aggressive capabilities of the Spinosaurus with the speed and awareness of the Velociraptor. Extracting species profile. Troodon. The genus name is Greek for wounding tooth, referring to teeth which were different from those of most other theropods. They bear prominent, apically oriented serrations. Extracting species profile. Allura titan, a large hadrosaurid, comparable to other lambeosaurans such as the Parasaurolophus. Its name means gigantic swan. Extracting species profile. Carcharodontosaurus, a genus of large carnivorous theropod that existed during the Cenomanian stage of the mid-Cretaceous period. Extracting species profile. Dreadnoughtus, a genus of giant titanosaurian sauropod dinosaur. With a body the size of a house, the weight of a herd of elephants, Dreadnoughtus would have feared nothing. Extracting species profile. Iguanodon, a genus of ornithopod dinosaur. It was an herbivore that normally walked on all fours, but that could also stand on its hind limbs. Extracting species profile. Acrocanthosaurus, meaning high-spined lizard. This large dinosaur slumped its head downward to maintain balance due to the shape of its inner ear. Extracting species profile. Herrerasaurus, one of the oldest and most primitive meat-eating dinosaurs. It had a long, narrow skull and lots of serrated teeth for tearing into the flesh of its prey. Extracting species profile. Proceratosaurus, the most ancient fossil relative of the Tyrannosaurus rex. This dinosaur was discovered from a single incomplete skull found in England, Europe. Extracting species profile. Ouranosaurus. This dinosaur had a thick muscular sail on its back that ran from the base of its neck to the tip of its tail. Extracting species profile. Euoplocephalus, meaning well-armored head, referring to its wide skull and toothless beak. It was one of the largest known ankylosaurian dinosaurs. Extracting species profile. Albertosaurus, a large tyrannosaur dinosaur that had distinctive short bony crests above the eyes. It had a large skull, two-fingered hands on short arms, and walked on two powerful legs. Extracting species profile. Nasutoceratops possess several unique features, including an oversized nose, exceptionally long curving forward-oriented horns, and an unadorned, scalloped, bony frill. Extracting species profile. Dryosaurus was a swift and agile plant-eating dinosaur with an elongated neck, slender but powerful back legs, and a long, stiff tail to balance its body. Extracting species profile. Homalocephali sported a thick, flat skull, which was used to headbutt others of its genus in competition, and would have helped to protect it from predators. Extracting species profile. Nigersaurus, a large herbivore dinosaur that had a flat, vacuum-shaped mouth packed with hundreds of teeth and comically wide jaws.
The greatest carnivore to ever walk the earth. And quite possibly our most prized and spectacular attraction in the entire park. Three-horned and mighty, the Triceratops is our local gentle giant. One that'll melt hearts and draw astonishment from all our guests for years to come. It was always our endeavor to bring back creatures not just great, but small too. Compsognathus is the culmination of that dream, realized by science. a lumbering giant with great plates upon its back and spikes on its tail. Stegosaurus will be sure to enthrall everyone who visits the park. Raptors have been our greatest challenge to bring back from extinction. Ferocious and intelligent, they are a marvel of Cretaceous evolution. Imagine a birdcage greater than any ever built, housing the largest flying creatures you ever saw. Our Pteranodon aviary is that dream fulfilled.
The Triceratops is one of the most recognizable herbivores to ever have existed. It is best known for its trio of facial horns. These adornments are not just for display purposes. The brow horns in particular can inflict considerable damage to any dinosaur that dares to provoke it. Amargasaurus, one of the smaller members of the sauropods, continues to draw amazement thanks to its astonishing spinal spikes. These neural spines have been hypothesized as having many uses, but research is still ongoing. The giant Brachiosaurus. Unlike a number of other sauropods, the forelimbs of the Brachiosaurus are notably longer than its hind legs. This causes its back to incline and gives it an appearance that vaguely resembles the giraffe. The Coelophysis is a perfect representation of the early theropods. An opportunistic carnivore, a nimble and tireless threat, with a jaw full of sharp, serrated teeth. Stegosaurus is one of the world's most distinguishable dinosaurs, instantly recognizable by its 2 rows of upright dermal plates. These run all along its back towards the powerful spikes at the end of its tail. The Dimorphodon, a member of the pterosaur family. It is a fairly poor flyer, mainly due to its shorter wingspan. It relies on frantic short flights. The Pteranodon is one of the biggest pterosaurs. One of the most iconic traits is the protruding skull crest. Its solid and sharp beak is particularly dangerous. Changosaurus. Its popularity continues to rise thanks to the nickname Pinocchio Rex. This name is inspired by this Asian tyrannosaur's long and thin snout. The Mosasaurus hunts near the surface of the water, utilizing the power of a large paddle-like tail to quickly propel itself, unleashing a sudden attack to fatally incapacitate anything it could sink its teeth into. The iconic T-Rex is one of the deadliest predators of all time. Its powerful predator jaws contain over 60 thick, bone-shattering teeth and bite force that is enough to crush a car. The Velociraptor is a highly intelligent predator, dangerous alone and truly deadly when hunting in packs. Velociraptors can outpace and outwit almost any victim they cast their eyes upon. The plesiosaurus is one of the most iconic prehistoric marine reptiles. Its lengthy neck grants it an extended reach to strike its prey, making the plesiosaurus a highly effective and lethal aquatic hunter. Cryolophosaurus was Antarctica's apex predator. A powerful hunter, some refer to this Jurassic carnivore as Elphosaurus, due to the bony, pompadour-like crest that adorns its head. The Tylosaurus is one of the largest known mosasaur species. This behemoth is a true apex predator, utilizing powerful jaws full of piercing teeth to capture prey. One of the largest pliosaurs from the early Cretaceous period, the Kronosaurus's powerful limbs allow it to easily navigate its aquatic environment. Underwater agility paired with elongated, crushing jaws make it a fearsome predator. Park managers, recent developments have allowed you the option of welcoming exciting new additions to your parks, previously thought lost to time. The Minmi is one of the smallest ankylosaurs. It's notable for its horizontal plated armor, the only one of its kind in the genus. While its position in Ankylosauria is still being debated, it'll be right at home in any park. The Sungaripterus is notable for its unusual beak and crested head. Its precise aim with its hooked bill makes it a confident hunter. A full example of the Werasaurus has still never been found, so it's a big achievement from our team returning this species to the world. We'll be watching it very closely. The Kronosaurus, named after the king of the Titans, remains nearly unmatched among fellow plesiosaurs. Please follow all safety guidelines while dealing with this dangerous animal. We hope these new species thrive in your park. Please keep us informed of any developments or incidents that may arise. Parasaurolophus lux is another of Dr. Wu's more unique creations. The marriage of genes from a variety of marine creatures has given the herbivore a fascinating bioluminescent skin. Truly a sight to behold after dark.
The Scorpius rex was Dr. Henry Wu's first hybrid dinosaur. With terrifying spines and razor-sharp talons, this highly unpredictable creature was deemed far too dangerous to ever be showcased. Until now.
Park managers, prepare to be amazed by our new selection of dinosaurs, which come from our Camp Cretaceous site. Kentrosaurus is one of the most agile stegosaurids in the park, so don't let its size fool you. Those spikes aren't just for decoration. The Monolophosaurus's titular crest along its snout gives it an instantly recognizable silhouette. These dinosaurs are skilled and patient hunters. The Ouranosaurus are gentle giants. Their large hump-like sail and duck-billed snout will be great inclusions to your park. You now also have new variations for existing species to really wow your visitors. Scorpius rex is a genetic hybrid utilizing the genes of the scorpionfish. It will hunt anything with a heartbeat, dispatching its prey with ferocity. We'd advise extreme caution around this species. These dinosaurs will add new experiences for our guests, and possibly a few new challenges.
The Pyroraptor is a colorful and dangerous predator. Striking its prey quickly with sickle-shaped claws, its vibrant, fire-red feathers may be the last thing you ever see. The Quetzalcoatlus is one of the largest flying reptiles of all time. The towering species lives up to the Aztec god that inspired its name. A gargantuan feathered reptile that dominates the skies. Therizinosaurus, or scythe lizard, has the longest claws of any animal ever discovered. This feathered species is known to be fiercely territorial, utilizing its substantial size and talons against any threat. The Barbarodactylus is a recent late Cretaceous discovery. Its swooping mandible and crest make it an impressive sight. It's a species that's hard to miss. Attention park managers. We have exciting new late Cretaceous species for your park. Australovenators are perfectly designed for stalking prey quickly and effectively. They're often described as the cheetah of their time. Alamosaurus are one of the largest dinosaurs known to have existed. These towering behemoths use their blunt teeth for stripping trees and vegetation. Styxosaurus are carnivorous plesiosaurs, and as deadly as the name suggests, using their body-length necks to snare their prey. Barbarodactylus are cunning piscivores. Their majestic curved crest and long beaks are adapted for speed, snapping fish with ease. We hope these new additions will give your guests an unforgettable and safe experience. Atrociraptor is bred for great dexterity and high intelligence. They possess immense agility and are versatile hunters. In a pack, these efficient predators are relentless in pursuing their prey. Lystrosaurus have two distinctive tusk-like teeth and unusual beak-like faces. Due to their size and stature, they are very wary of trouble. An aggressive carnivore, the Eutyrannus is one of the largest known dinosaurs to have feathers. Its dense coat covers almost its entire body. With its formidable presence and ferocious roar, the Eutyrannus instills fear into its enemies. Attention, park managers. Prepare to welcome some new feathered species into your park. The Dinosaurus is a heavily built, large animal featuring a striking feathered ridge, an elongated snout, and two gigantic forelimbs. Its impressive size provides helpful defensive capabilities. The JWE, its large eyes, multicolored feathers, and tiny frame make for quite the eye-catching addition to your park. A generous wingspan enables precision in flight maneuvers, and its extra-long claws ensure a smooth landing. The Sinosauropteryx, small, agile, carnivorous, up against one, prey might stand a chance, but against a pack, perhaps it won't be so lucky. The Eutyrannus sports two sharp horns and is almost entirely covered in feathers. They're known to instill fear into their enemies with their ferocious roar. A gentle giant of the prehistoric ocean, Archelon was the great sea turtle of the late Cretaceous period. Its large fins allow it to glide effortlessly through the open waters, while its leathery carapace protects from would-be predators. Park managers, journey with us into the lagoons and discover these impressive marine species once thought lost to the deep. Evolved from terrestrial reptiles, Nothosaurus roamed the shores of the late Triassic, using its tail and webbed feet to propel it through the water like modern-day sea lions. With its long, flat skull and needle-like teeth, it was a keen predator of the shallows. Shonosaurus, one of the larger great ichthyosaurs of the late Triassic period, its rotund frame and flippers not only made it a slow and graceful giant, but a maneuverable hunter as well. Dunkleosteus, a great armored fish from the late Devonian period. With massive, sharpened jaws, this voracious piscivore was one of the greatest, most powerful fish of its time. The largest turtle to have ever existed, Archelon had a light leathery carapace that allowed it to float in the shallows of the late Cretaceous period. Its hooked beak and jaws were adept at crushing, while its giant flippers made it a particularly fast swimmer. These breathtaking new additions are sure to give your guests an unforgettable underwater experience. The largest known oviraptorosaur, the Gigantoraptor, may not appear menacing at first glance, but its sharp claws and strong legs equips this species with a devastating kick. With a weight of 2 tons and the capability to run at great speeds, the Gigantoraptor should never be underestimated. Alerting all park managers. Prepare to introduce some new powerful predators to your park. A ruthless, intelligent predator and one of the largest raptors to have ever lived, the Utah raptor stands as an immensely dominant species, cloaked in feathers and armed with impressively large claws. The ferociousness of this species should never be underestimated. Sporting a pointed crest on the spine, the Concavinator has a truly remarkable silhouette. This agile theropod from the early Cretaceous period will strike fear into its enemies with a deep rumble and hiss. A gargantuan hunter, the Tarbosaurus is an aggressive carnivore, always on the lookout for its next hunt. Possessing a sharpened, spiked ridgeback and a set of finely serrated teeth, it is capable of delivering devastating terror upon its prey. The Gigantoraptor, a hugely impressive species that will certainly be a sizable contribution to your park. Proudly draped in feathers, this species displays fierce aggression, and its incredibly strong limbs are capable of delivering bone-crushing blows. Experience a brave new frontier of scientific innovation with species once only dreamt of, now made a reality. The Ankylodocus, a hybrid of the great Diplodocus and the hardy Ankylosaurus. Rivaling the largest to ever exist, its gargantuan armor plating and large club tail make this gentle giant a thundering presence in any park. The Stegoceratops, a sturdy combination of the 3-horned Triceratops and the protective plates and spiked tail of the Stegosaurus. Despite their intimidating and vivid appearance, these herbivores have been observed to be docile and highly social creatures. The Spinoraptor, the speed, agility, and intelligence of the Velociraptor, genetically improved with the power and ferocity of the Spinosaurus. This apex predator hunts with sheer savagery, capable of bringing down even the largest of prey. In collaboration with our friends at Manticore, we're delighted to bring you the Spinoceratops. These shy and peaceful herbivores were adapted from Sinoceratops to thrive in frigid temperatures and flourish even in the harshest of winters. These radiant new additions to your park are sure to inspire awe at the wonders of science and humility at the power of discovery. Discover the greatest and smallest creatures to roam our prehistoric planet, with legendary giants of the oceans and skies to the humblest of creatures to walk the earth. Microceratus, a small ceratopsid dinosaur from the late Cretaceous period. With a distinctive frill, this small bipedal herbivore lacks the horns of its mightier relatives, relying instead on speed and agility to avoid predators. The great Thanatos dracon. This genus of pterosaur was one of the largest to roam the coasts of the late Cretaceous period. With a mighty wingspan and enormous beak, the aptly named Dragon of Death ruled over the prehistoric skies of South America. A nimble scavenger, Stegosaurus scurried through the sands of the early Jurassic. This small theropod has long arms and powerful legs for its size, and although not as fearsome as its larger brethren, it still relies on speed and cunning to hunt its prey. Megalodon, the largest shark in all existence. With a bite force 5 times greater than that of T-Rex and jaws lined with over 275 teeth, this apex predator of the early Miocene ruled the oceans for over 13 million years. These wondrous species once lived many epochs apart, now brought together for all park managers by the power of science.
Meet the Lokiceratops, one of the most spectacular horned dinosaurs you can add to your park. With its huge, colourful frill and curved horns, this recently discovered ceratopsian is guaranteed to be a guest favourite. Watch them show off. These social dinosaurs display fascinating territorial behaviours that guests love to observe. They thrive in small groups and can share space with other peaceful herbivores, just provide plenty of room and vegetation. Powerful, distinct, unmissable. The Lokiceratops is a captivating headline attraction for any new park. Meet the Utahraptor, one of the largest and most formidable dromaeosaurs available for your park. This agile predator is known for its powerful legs, sickle-shaped claws, and hunting intelligence, perfect for creating high-impact exhibits. Parental care is vital for Utahraptors. Adults and juveniles become unsettled when separated from each other. Keep them in small groups and offer secure, enriched enclosures with room to roam. These are high-maintenance predators with high guest appeal. Fast, fierce, ferocious. The Utahraptor brings energy, spectacle, and drama to any successful park. Meet the Psittacosaurus, a small but fascinating herbivore from the Cretaceous period. These dinosaurs thrive in groups, making them a low-maintenance and visually appealing addition to any park. Using their distinctive parrot-like beaks, they actively dig for roots and plants, visually engaging guests with constant activity that brings their habitat to life. With eye-catching tail frills and a laid-back attitude, Psittacosaurus slot easily into mixed enclosures. Compact, social, and full of personality, the Psittacosaurus is the ideal attraction for your next park. Introducing the Patagotitan, one of the largest creatures to ever walk the Earth. This gentle giant boasts an incredibly long lifespan, making it a lasting presence in any park. Though slow to breed, the Patagotitan is a strong favorite among visiting guests, making every new arrival a rare and momentous event. Despite their size, Patagotitans are peaceful by nature, coexisting calmly with other herbivores. Massive, majestic, and built to endure, the Patagotitan is the ultimate titan for parks that think big. Meet the Tropeognathus, an eye-catching pterosaur, best known for its impressive wingspan and long crested beak. These striking flyers prefer small groups and need careful population management to keep stress levels low. While not overly social, adults and juveniles often share space, offering subtle, natural interactions for guests to enjoy. Tropeognathus do best with minimal crowding, and maybe don't put a tapajara in there with them. Trust us on that one. Soaring, bold, elegant. The Tropeognathus can take your exhibits to new heights. Introducing the Megalodon, the apex predator of the prehistoric oceans. Now reborn in your park's lagoon. This colossal mackerel shark commands attention with bone-crushing jaws and a size that dwarfs even the mosasaur. Megalodons tend to be solitary and territorial, so ensure large enclosures and minimize competition to keep them at ease. Be sure to carefully monitor their well-being. These giants demand constant attention, but offer unmatched spectacle. Powerful, primeval, unrivaled. The Megalodon truly brings prehistoric legend back to life. Try to keep up with the Ornithomimus, an exciting speedster for your herbivore exhibits. Resembling modern ostriches, these agile herbivores move in lively groups and are perfect for creating dynamic paddocks. Guests love watching their bursts of speed and group behavior, especially when they explore or play together. Easygoing and highly compatible, they mix well with other small herbivores. Just give them plenty of territory to roam. Energetic, expressive, crowd-pleasing, the Ornithomimus can bring movement and joy to every corner of your next exhibit. Take to the skies with the Kayuajara, an agile flyer with a striking crest and a natural talent for aerial display. Originally from the dry cliffs of prehistoric Brazil, these lively piscivores are natural performers, bringing color and constant motion to any aviary. They're naturally social, preferring medium-sized colonies and, with enough room, can even share an enclosure with Quetzalcoatlus. Make sure their habitat reflects their natural home, with arid ground, rocky perches, sparse cover, and wide open skies for flying. Graceful, sociable, and endlessly watchable, the Kayuajara will make an exciting attraction for any new habitat.